Well, I have my news up here at Textile in Kanda. This is News 360. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Top of the bulletin tonight.
Lines is brought to you by Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apa Foods.
My Life Insurance.
And some labor unions kick against directive by Comptroller and Accountants General's Department to freeze salaries of public sector workers who do not have the Ghana card by December.
Meanwhile, the National Identification Authority says there will be enough centers to register all workers from November to meet the deadline.
Former President and flag bearer of the NDC in the 2020 elections, John Mahama, takes Electoral Commission Chairperson Jane Mensah on over her recent comments on the elections.
Well, coming up in business news tonight, price of liquefied petroleum gas projected to go up by 45 pesos per kilo from October 16.
And on the international front, Nigeria's military announces the death of head of the West African branch of the Islamic State group, ISIS, Abu Musab al-Banawi. Well, we're live on TV Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Also on the 3 News app. Go onto your Google Play Store, the App Store, and download the app. Let's get into the story this evening as some labor unions have kicked against the directive by the Comptroller and Accountants General Department to freeze the salaries of public sector workers if they do not have the Ghana card by December. While some are questioning the rationale for the directive, others say they will resist it if it is not reviewed. Della Michelle has more.
Public sector workers are given up to December 1 to get hold of the National Identification Card. While some workers have agreed to this directive, others see it as an infringement of Ghana's labor laws.
To deny someone who has worked his salary, I think that is not the labor laws. So if you are going by the law, once the worker has worked, he is entitled to his salary and the remunerations.
I'm going to say, one koya winya salary. I don't know say ya wada ya chinchina.
The controller must extend the grace period to enable us to register to receive our pay.
The Trades Union Congress wants the Comptroller and Accountants General Department to review the directive.
It is very, very, very unfortunate that Comptroller will sit in his office and give this directive without recourse to any discussions, that recourse to labor unions. I mean, it has come as a surprise. And you know, the laws governing condition of service, as my brother is saying, is very important and must be respected.
The Deputy General Secretary of the Ghana Federation of Labour, Ken Kumsin, warns of labour unrest if the directive is not withdrawn.
On arrival, that particular notice is dead, as the lawyers would say, ab initio. We shouldn't entertain any conversation around that notice. That notice is dangerous. You don't have to do that in this situation, in this country, where we have situations we have to do with unemployment. It will create problem for all of us.
For the president of the National Association of Graduate Teachers, Angel Kabonu, relying on data from the National Identification Authority by the Comptroller General's Department will not be the surest way to ensure verification of workers' salaries.
I don't see just the possession of Ghana card being the means by which somebody's salary dropping will not drop again. I don't think that is right. We are asking for Comptroller not to be using our salary as a bait in pushing through government policy. Our salary cannot be held hostage.
According to the Comptroller and Accountants General Department, this is part of efforts to deliver speedy, secured and verified payroll services to government employees and pensioners while reducing the risk of undeserving payments or claims.
But the Controller and Accountant General's Department says it will not revise its December 2021 deadline to freeze salaries of public sector workers who do not have a national ID card. Its head of public relations, Cephas Nadoso, indicated the department's action is to guarantee the integrity of the public sector payroll.
The Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 9921, mandates the Controller and Accountant General's Department to receive, disburse and provide secure custody for public funds. The Controller and Accountant General welcomes the use of the National ID card for more than 500,000 public sector workers in the quest to plug loopholes and build a resilient public payroll system. Head of PR, Cephas Nadoso, says the expectation is that data from the NIA will help to regulate payment of salaries. As a result, public sector workers without NIA cards by December 1 will not receive salary.
Systems evolve, and as much as systems are evolving, our institution is also supposed to evolve its internal control processes to continue to maintain the standards that is anticipated. The controller does not take delight in stopping people's salaries, by heart. But then, as much as we want to pay everyone what is due him, we also have the responsibility of making sure that we can account for what we are paying.
Cephas Nadoso also assured public sector workers the NIA has committed to provide more registration centers for the exercise.
I have listened to my colleague at the National Administration Authority, and I'm aware that currently they have deployed about 34 registration centers, and they are adding more. It means that they have the capacity and they are doing what it takes to register as many people as possible. And I think that until one makes the attempt and the effort to assess the facility, we can never tell that we cannot go through.
But some public workers remain unconvinced.
For the payment side, I feel like you've worked for the month and you deserve your pay. So I wasn't too happy when they said you will not be paid at the end of the month because of a card.
If the system is helping, they can use 1 month. They can register everybody. Look at a big corporation like this. With one computer, how? How many people are going to register a day? 5, 10 people? No, it won't work.
Stay on this a bit further because the National Education Authority, NIA, says it will not establish centers at public institutions to enable workers meet the December deadline to register for the Ghana card. Public Relations Officer of the authority, Abdul Ghani, tells TV3 enough centers will be made available to register all workers from November.
No, not for now. If you look at the numbers that we currently have, having registered over 15 million Ghanaians, we have issued over 14 million cards. What this means is that we are talking about some 85% of that adult population. So if you go by the population and housing census, 85% would mean about 20 million Ghanaians, as we speak, have been registered for the Ghana card. So in that sense, your expectation would be that you have just a few more people who are left with to be able to register for the Ghana card. So if we are able to establish 291 offices across the country, certainly the pressure is going to ease. The anxiety is going to ease. You would expect shorter queues that can easily be managed. The process is going to be quicker. People are going to go through the process far more easily and be able to be issued their Ghana cards. So if Controller has issued a directive to the effect that by the 1st of December, all should have their Ghana card, then take the month of November, first week when these offices are established, November throughout, registration will be taking place.
In more news tonight, an Accra High Court has ordered the former Chief Executive Executive Officer of defunct Capital Bank, William Ato-Essien, to conclude negotiations for compensation to the state within 20 days. The court said he would be required to mount the docket to open his defense on November 4 if he was unable to reach an agreement with the prosecution. Salom Amenya was in court and reports.
Defense lawyers and the prosecution had an agreement for the second time to resume negotiations under Section 35 of the Court Act, Reparation and Restitution. The former CEO of the Capital Bank, William Ato-Essien, together with Tetenete and Fitzgerald Odonko, have been asked to open their defense to respond to some 23 charges, including stealing. Ato-Essien's counsel, lawyer Balfour Joe Bonsu Ashia, holding brief for Thaddeus Sorry, told the court that they have decided to reactivate Section 35 of the Court Act with the prosecution. A chief state attorney, Marina Apiopare, representing the state, confirmed to the court the state's willingness to resume negotiations with the first accused. The presiding judge, Justice Eric Che Balfour, Justice of the Court of Appeal, sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, adjourned the case to November 4 for the parties to conclude negotiations. He said, weighing the two competing interests and balancing same, he is of the view that not more than 20 days adjournment should be enough to enable the parties conclude negotiations in apt time. William Ato-Essien and Tetenete were absent from court. While Ato-Essien is said to be unwell, Tetenete, the court was informed, is bereaved. Per the charge sheet of the state, the four accused persons have been charged with a total of 26 counts.
Away from the courts, the National Schools Inspectorate Authority has also served notice to take action against some 94 schools offering the Cambridge curriculum without accreditation. Speaking to TV3, Inspections Operations Manager Nana Amaka Otu warned management of schools whose accreditation has expired to renew them to avoid sanctions in the coming days.
Before the start of every academic year, we want to ensure that schools that are running the international curriculum or purporting themselves to be running the international curriculum are duly accredited to deliver such curriculums. And so we wrote to the Cambridge Assessment International Education with a list of 170 schools that have registered with us to be a Cambridge school. Now, Cambridge wrote back to us with a list of just 74. Indicating that these are the schools that are duly accredited to run the Cambridge Assessment International Education. So that means that we have close to about 96 of schools that are telling parents that they are Cambridge schools running Cambridge curriculums but are not duly accredited to do so. That means that if a school is saying that it's a Cambridge school delivering that curriculum without due accreditation, your child will be at a disadvantage. It means that parents are paying fees for a service that you are not actually rendering. If you say that you are taking your child to a Cambridge school, check the name of your child's school on the list. If it's not on the list, then they are not running a Cambridge school. If any other school that is not in the list that we sent out purports themselves to be a Cambridge school, they are running an illegal curriculum.
The National Media Commission says the authorization for some radio stations to resume operations after they were shut down in 2017 and 2019 is outside its mandate because their closure was based on technical issues and not content violations. Executive Secretary George Sapon made this known in an interview with TV3.
What we understand so far from reading the processes before the Electronic Communications Tribunal, the judgment of the tribunal, is that the issues at stake were purely technical issues. And we do not at this stage think that any content issue was raised that was either brought to our notice or that required our intervention. We have had considerable engagement and cooperation with NCA towards how do we manage this industry together as regulators. And as part of that discussion, we both think that we need to find a way to familiarize the industry with the operations of the rules issue. It's not our understanding that there were any content issues in the number of those radio stations that were involved. Neither the parties involved nor the NCA has raised any content issues. The matters that they put before the Electronic Communications Tribunal were all technical in terms of rules that guide spectrum use and whether or not the companies involved had complied with those rules. So it's the regulator's job to help the business industry to grow. So the regulator conducting any kind of orientation or training or any such thing does not raise any problem at all. Indeed, whatever NCA is offering to assist these groups to do is something that the groups by themselves ought to have paid their lawyers to do. I don't think there's anything behind it at all. NMC is interested in that process, and NMC is going to be part of that process to ensure that all our colleagues duly understand exactly what their obligations are under the license.
We'll see how the coming days will be on this particular one, but the Director of Operations at the Presidency, Lord Kome, has admonished members of the New Patriotic Party to maintain a united front to regain parliamentary seats it lost in the 2020 general elections. At the party's Greater Accra Regional Annual Delegates Conference, he expressed optimism of victory in the 2024 general elections.
We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is the winning symbol. We have won to save Ghana.
The conference, among other things, is to promote unity among the party members and to galvanize support towards the 2024 general elections.
MPP in Greater Accra, we went into the 2020 elections with 21 seats. And we were hoping to maintain the 21 seats and even get additional 3 more. That was our projection. Most of the candidates, the parliamentary candidates who were already MPs then, they are all of the opinion that they did not cooperate with the original party the way they should. So as we speak, they are resolved. Let the past go behind us and put ourselves together, look around, unite the party and work to reclaim the lost seats.
The Greater Accra Regional Chairman, Divine Otu, indicated disunity among party members was their bane in the parliamentary elections.
We have the power. What is left is for us to sustain the power. We have a president who now says, I would hand over to the next MPP presidential candidate as president of the Republic of Ghana. I say, I charge you. We are leaving here today resolved that never again what happened to Greater Accra would ever happen to us as a party.
We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is the winning symbol. We have won.
Let's now go to the Western region, where former President John Mahama has taken on EC chairperson Jean Mensa over her comments concerning the hugely contested 2020 elections. Jean Mensa, the opening of an ECOWAS meeting, touted the process as historic, peaceful and efficiently run, but the 2020 NDC flag bearer speaking to chiefs in the Western region described the EC chair as being dishonest. He also wondered why the EC chair failed to avail herself during the election petition hearing.
2012, the Fred General Mosquito, Mani Bejina Adakam. 2020, so your son friend Mani Bejina Adakam. 2012, your friend Afaijan, non-electoral commissioner, Mani Bejina Adakam.
The 2020 election was hugely flawed. And for someone who touts the Electoral Commission's performance during the election as the best in Ghana's history, I think it is disappointing.
Yeah, petition FA 70 him. The right say on man. Now what I will say, what election so now they say or say it's the best election Ghana has ever had. Now yeah, Fred will elections no one said now we are they will say it's the best election Ghana had. I can't even say it's the best election Ghana had. I can continue witness box, no. Neighbors are questions, name them who say apart.
Now, from that, the residents of 5 communities in the Bungo district of the Upper East region, namely Via, Gorere, Awa, Lungo, and Nyariga, are threatening a post-dust protest if government fails to construct a bridge over the Via Dam. Water in the dam, we understand, has overflowed its banks, flooding all these areas earlier mentioned. Here's a report by Tanko Mohammed Rabiu.
The Via Dam was constructed in 1965 for irrigation. It is now a major source of drinking water supply for Bolgatanga and parts of the Bungo district. Residents say they have to pay 7 cedis to cross over. At a news conference at the location of a dam, the group threatened a protest.
As rightful citizens of Ghana, we demand the immediate bridging of the spillway to facilitate the development of the area. The purported contract covering the bridge, if authentic, must be implemented now. The people equally need to benefit from the government's free education policy, which is not possible without access to schools by pupils and teachers. That failure to construct the bridge will compel the members of the aforementioned communities to advise themselves.
They highlighted the concerns and the impact of flooding on the communities. A nurse and a community member expressed worry about the situation.
When you are to refer a case, especially pregnant women that we need to give them emergency care, they come and because of the water, we are not able to cross as we should. At times we have to bring them to sit inside this boat for them to be able to send them across for a pickup to pick them to the hospital. So that's our most challenging issue, and we want that government should at least please come and construct a bridge for us to always cross.
To the Ashanti region, where managers of the Kejetia market have 3 days to pay up 2.1 million cedis in spite of the restoration of power to the new market. The electricity company insists if payment is not made by Monday, power will be cut once again. The facility had failed to honor accumulated bills covering 6 months. But leadership of the traders are not ready to pay the bills until an agreement is signed to provide each of the over 7,000 shops with individual meters.
Bill from the ECJ is averagely between 435,657.47 pesos. We realize that it is on the high. We seek advice from PURC and then ECJ itself. And they said, indeed, it is good that each trader should have his or her separate meter. That's why we are pushing for it. But the authorities were reluctant. That's why we decided that, well, another way to carry our message is refusing in paying the bills.
Well, nutrition advocate Professor Matilda Isieru has underscored the need to create awareness on iron deficiency in order to promote good health. She made the observation as part of Nestle Ghana's campaign on awareness creation on iron deficiency.
An estimated 3 out of 5 children in Ghana lack iron, according to the 2019 Demographic and Health Survey. 2 out of 5 women are iron deficient, a situation that can lead to lung complications when unattended to. The 3-year campaign initiative by Nestle Ghana is to educate Ghanaians on the risk, symptoms and solutions of iron deficiency. According to the WHO, iron deficiency is the most common and widespread nutrition disorder in the world.
This came about because of the high mortality that Ghana was experiencing concerning maternal death during delivery, because most mothers tend to be anemic. That is why they take it upon themselves to champion this cause to save mothers and to save Mother Ghana, so that we have healthy babies and then healthy mothers, and the whole nation will be healthy if we are eating right.
The lead expert in Live Strong and Iron campaign called for a relook at eating habits.
Ghanaians should eat their own. Our green leafy vegetables are healthy and they are rich in a lot of nutrients, especially the micronutrients that are important for blood formation. We should also reduce the amount of fat that we take. We should eat our carbohydrate part, which is our cereals, starchy roots and tubers, in small quantities, reduce the amount of fried foods, and then we should also engage in physical activity.
Signs of iron deficiency include headaches, tiredness, dull skin, hair loss, and reduced immunity.
It's live here on News 360. We're live on TV3 Ghana, on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Stay with us with our business coming up next with Della Michelle.
Zoom right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat2, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Mommy.
Mommy Chelsea.
Fair.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Reserve the Florida Park homes with just $5,000 today, and you would be on your way to owning a prime executive investment home and earn over 8% rental income per annum located at North Legon. We have 2 to 4 bedrooms, all en suite, premium plots available, rooftop lounge, gated community, backup water and electricity, shopping center, gym and fitness center, swimming pool, asphalted inner roads, and much more. A whopping 10% discount awaits you when you reserve between now and 30th October 2021. Call to reserve the Florida Park homes at North Legon today on 0249-399932 or visit our website on www.thefloridaparkgh.com.
New look, new bottle, same irresistible taste. Available in your nearest shop.
This advert is FDA approved.
Star 787 hash, Ghana's biggest lottery with the highest chances of winning, the most winners every week, and the highest weekly jackpot in Ghana. Every Tuesday, Thursday night, there's an extra draw, and tickets bought also qualify for the Saturday jackpot draw. What are you waiting for? Pick up your phone and dial star 787 hash now and become one of more than 20,000 weekly winners and win the jackpot.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch. Even when I'm trying to score at a party, stains find a way of tracking me down. But I don't worry at all, because I have Cleansoft. Use new Cleansoft 360 Deep Clean, a unique formula with active ingredients and enzymes that gets rid of all stubborn stains and leaves your clothes smelling wonderful.
Cleansoft, my favorite.
Cleansoft 360.
I don't know.
What about you? Can you answer this? Stay tuned. Something big is coming.
Concerned about your family's safety at your home or business? Worry no more. Get more. For any window or door, get more. For unique custom-made solutions, get more. Call Trelidor 0561 24 24 24. Trelidor, Africa's strongest burglar proofing.
Well, before we do business news, police at Swami in the Ashanti region are on a manhunt for a suspect, Emmanuel Owusu, who allegedly stabbed his friend to death on Wednesday. The 23-year-old victim, Ebenezer Sari, died shortly after he was rushed to the hospital following this incident. However, the Swami District Police Crime Officer, ASP Osei Bulletin, says investigation has commenced and appealed to the public to volunteer information to enable the police arrest the suspects.
Two friends were engaged in a fight, and one of them has stabbed the other. The suspect's name was given as Emmanuel Owusu, alias Modric, and the victim is also known as Ebenezer Asari. He is the victim, Ebenezer Asari, aged about 23 years. They all work at the magazine here. So we came here today purposely to look for information and also to sympathize with the bereaved family. The body is now kept at Komfo Anochi Teaching Hospital morgue.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights,
Universal Merchant Bank,
Lufat.
And let's get straight into the world of business. My name is Della Michelle. We begin with the price of liquefied petroleum gas, which is expected to go up by some 45 pesos per kilo in the next pricing from October 16. Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kumi, says until government removes some tax components on the product, its price per kilo could go up to 10 cedis by December, from the current 7 cedis, 90 pesos per kilo.
The Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers Association of Ghana has consistently been calling on government to remove taxes on LPG. The Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kumi, is of the view the price of LPG can be locally controlled irrespective of the factors on the international market. He, however, wants the expectations of consumers to be managed after government announced the removal of the stabilization levy on petroleum products for 2 months.
Price of products like LPG, for instance, is going to go up by about 45 pesos per kilo, beginning Saturday, 16th of October. So if government, the price stabilization levy on LPG is 14 pesos. So if government is even able to push this through to begin on the 16th, what is going to happen is that government is going to reduce the price of LPG by 14 pesos, but there will be an increment of 45 pesos on a kilo of LPG.
He further projects the price of LPG will hit 10 cedis per kilo by December.
If government does not intervene in the price of products like LPG, our projection is that by December, we should be buying LPG at about 10 Ghana cedis per kilo. Currently, it's at 7.9 Ghana cedis per kilo, 7 cedis 90 pesos. By Saturday, if government intervention does not take effect, we expect the price to go up to about 8 cedis 30 pesos per kilo. And from all indications, there's within the next few weeks or the next few months, we don't expect prices to come down.
Generally, price of petroleum products is projected to go up by at least 7% at the pumps from October 16, according to the National Petroleum Authority. This comes after the authority indicated that prices would be revised in the face of an approval by the President over the removal of the price stabilization levy.
Away from that, Textiles Ghana Limited, producers of GTP, has held a masterclass training workshop for members of the Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association in the Western region. The workshop is part of the Textiles Ghana's grand agenda to make GTP a global brand.
The three-day training workshop was to take tailors and dressmakers in the region through good service delivery, customer care, bookkeeping, finishing, packaging and high creativity. Managing Director of Textiles Ghana, Fatuma Doro, in an interview explained that the company intends to create a critical mass of highly proficient tailors and dressmakers.
Before we go in a broader picture, is how can we improve the quality? How can we make sure that they are strong partners with us and we can go and reach more people around? And of course, if they improve the quality, that means that increased sales for GTP.
President of the Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association, Joanna Ishon Mensah, while applauding Textiles Ghana Limited, is hopeful other regions would benefit from similar training.
When it comes to manipulation of motives, to get something very beautiful out of it, it's a challenge for our members. So with this intensive training of creativity and innovation, it's going to boost them up to bring their inner talents.
Some of the participants shared their views on the workshop.
What they've impacted on us, we can also give it to our apprentices or the trainers so that they will also build on their capacity on how best they can produce a garment to become the style that all the other countries need.
The way we do our things in our shops is different from what they taught us. So we learned a lot.
From the Western region, let's bring you back to the Greater Accra region, where the Executive Women Network is celebrating its 5th anniversary. At a conference to commemorate the day, Chairperson of the Executive Committee, Eunice Brechum, encouraged members and women in general to continue to aspire to greater heights.
Established in 2016, the Executive Women Network aims at inspiring, motivating and empowering women executives within the corporate and enterprise environment. Executive Committee Chairperson Eunice Brechum outlined some of the organization's achievements and urged members to remain proactive.
I mean, it's a commitment, to be part of an organization like this. And when people decide to make the time and also make the financial commitment to become a member, it shows that you are providing something that they need. And it's been wonderful. We've actually had doing virtual meetings, we've had huge, more than double the amount of attendees at our meeting.
Co-chair of the Executive Committee, Professor Elsie Kaufman, underscored the EWN's role in influencing change towards increasing the representation of women in senior leadership positions in Ghana.
Women tend to be underrepresented, especially as you go up in the higher levels of the careers that we tend to involve ourselves in, or even in the professions that we belong to. And so by having an organization like this to support women, it creates an environment where the women feel supported. I mean, they have others like them.
Keynote speaker at the conference, Ibukun Awosika, encouraged women to not be apologetic about being ambitious.
Don't ever let anybody make you feel guilty about being ambitious and having children. Your children don't need you 24/7. If you organize yourself, they will turn out right. Too many women who want the best for themselves do it guilty and therefore take the pleasure.
The Executive Women Network creates a platform through events and talk series to inspire and motivate members in their decision making.
Vodafone Ghana is collaborating with HR Focus Africa as an organized human resource conference has been organized to share knowledge about innovative solutions to help people management. Human Resource Director for Vodafone Ghana admonished HR managers to introduce measures which meet the changing needs of work.
The Human Resource Focus Conference, since its inception in 2012, has gathered over 350 human resource professionals annually to deliberate on key HR management issues affecting the world of work.
The research has shown that 87% of employees who are truly engaged are less likely to be looking outside for different opportunities and leaving the current organizations. So it makes such a compelling reason to bring that data into your organization and share with leadership to make the argument about why it's so important to have an engaging culture, why it's so important to have employee engagements, and to put the resources where it's needed to make that happen.
Chief Executive Officer of Lane Services Limited, HR Focus, Dr. Ellen Hagen, highlighted the need for HR managers towards creating an enabling environment for maximum productivity.
Program Pro Bono is our corporate social responsibility, and to do it in an ambience like this, we need sponsorship from the corporate world. We have quite a number of companies coming on board, and we are grateful that our brand is able to attract sponsors.
The conference further seeks to identify 9 organizations which have built up a tradition of best practices in human resource management culture.
And that's all we have for you for business news tonight. There's more business news available on 3news.com. My name is Della Michelle Yao. Ofosula be standing by with the world of sports.
In a world where you can be anything, who will you become? When you can go anywhere and never be alone, how far will you go? When your voice can reach every ear in the world, who will you inspire? When your money can travel faster and further, who will it reach? When you can tell a story in every language, which one will you tell? When you don't need permission to turn your dreams into reality, you go for it. Whatever it is, wherever it is, go. And when you think you've reached your limit, we'll keep you going. Let's go.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap and running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue, or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank. Let's go.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injeja woman malaria enka won to them. Lufat, a malaria drop a.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat, a 2 malaria sententem.
FDA Ashasa a Kratoi Ajatum say.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally. Now introducing new Colgate Charcoal Gentle Clean for a naturally fresh and clean mouth. This advert is FDA approved.
Should you rumor to me?
I don't master. A year to my number. She's so mad. Roma insecticide spray at that Roma. Interfere, Entatia, make a ha. No way. Shemikuno, and Tonton Bako crown panel. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. I'm out there with a sham. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Let's be it now. Yes. Wow. At 72, I still receive salary alerts because I made the best decision to invest a lump sum into the retirement salary.
Invest a lump sum today in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life, funeral cover, and the option of signing on with a spouse. Please call Old Mutual today, 050-453-4333.
Me feel ahotonkwa.
Old Mutual, 176 years of doing great things.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Toothpaste,
Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG.
Hi, good evening. Let's do sports news now here on News 360. My name is Yao Ofusulabi. To our first story, an assistant coach of the Black Stars, Otoado, says Ghana is abound with talent and there is no doubt that the team can go all the way in the World Cup qualifying series and the Africa Cup of Nations next year. He says to achieve that, though, the team needs to build their technical acumen and the new technical team is focused on doing that. He spoke to Thierry Nyan.
National team. Yeah, we have. Yeah, actually, like always, Ghana's always got lots of talented players, and but surely there's so much more to learn. I've just joined the team recently, and what I saw was especially offensively very, very impressive. We have a lot of skills. We are very creative. We have speed. We have stamina. We have everything. But yeah, there's a lot of things to do in parts of tactical decision making during the game. Yeah, we have to work a lot because we have to work as a team, and this is the most important.
That's Otoado, the assistant coach of the Black Stars. Now to boxing, where former WBO Africa Super Welterweight champion Patrick Alote stops Ben, the Congo soldier Ankara, in round 4 and begged for an opportunity to return to the world stage. The boxer, who lost his first world title challenge bid against Jeremy Onguia in 2019 and later got banned for 6 months for violent conduct in 2020, says he's more than ready for another world championship bout.
The encounter at the Hydro White Event Center in Dansoman is the boxer's second since losing the world title bid, and after serving the 6-month ban imposed by the Ghana Boxing Authority, the two boxers went straight into action, trading effective punches to the body and head. But the youthful energy began to dominate against the Congo soldier round after round. It came as no surprise when the former ABU and WBO Africa Lightweight champion Ben, the Congo soldier Ankara, failed to respond to the bell at the end of round 3. Referee Michael Nikwe, after the mandatory assessment, waved for the end of the contest. Patrick Alote was delighted over the outcome and called for the world championship opportunity.
Do you see yourself getting there again for another chance for the world title?
Yes, again, because I think everybody has seen practicality, what is in me and what I can do.
Well, let's do some news that is making headlines over the day. And teenager Pedri of Barcelona has agreed a contract extension with Barcelona, which includes a €1 billion release clause. The 18-year-old's new deal will run until June 30, 2026 and is expected to officially sign on Friday. Pedri joined Barcelona from Las Palmas in 2020. Now to some more in the news, and there were 92 football-related arrests in England's home matches during the 2020-2021 season, of which 90 occurred at Euro 2020. Home office figures show that England played 6 out of their 7 matches at the Wembley Stadium on their way to the final, which they lost on penalties to Italy. When he will play tennis again as he aims to recover from a recurring foot injury. The 35-year-old Spaniard last played in August at the City Open in Washington. Well, that's all the sports news this evening here on News 360. My name is Yao Ofusulabi. There's more sports news on 3news.com. After the break, though, international news and entertainment will follow.
I rather your humble servant do my back. And I tightness of crowd into me. That's what Jack Jimmy. My 277. What's here, Missa? How the Ben Maya? Papa, to go me so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021, dear. Mafia. First, me talk about Gary Kitwebi. They say the concrete and casa and the midi gummy. Papi, in the system in my ding. Has been so dear, but me I am a kama. A jamian palm, the Miamato. Show me a miracle.
It's showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes. Get Airtel Tigo.
Airtel Tigo, no, my dear DBM.
Water gives life. Water is life. Enjoy the pure, refreshing taste of Awake purified drinking water, which comes in a uniquely designed bottle with a lemon green tap. Water is your perfect way to stay hydrated. And remember, for every bottle you buy, an amount will be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center, Ghana. Awake purified drinking water, one for life. For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351 251.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Whenever Princess starts, the neighbors do complain that her voice and the beats are too loud. Who is scared of the voices of tomorrow's superstars?
You special in your way. It's me. Like no other. Like you.
Must be a neighbor.
You special in your way. It's me. Like no other. Like you. It's me. Like no other.
Here's to all amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in our kids.
Indomie instant noodles tastes great. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Have you gone through the engagement list?
Yes, ma.
So you saw the 15 bottles of Jamal soap you had to buy?
Yes, ma.
Cancel it. Make it 45.
Hey!
Jamal Soap, your partner for clean clothes, introducing new Jamal washing powder, available in the shop near you. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Junior Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Upgrade your home. Get your wardrobe updated and get real savings from real brands. Junior, your everyday delivered. It's the Jumia Brand Festival. We've got all your favorite brands from our official stores in one place. Products for your kids, groceries for your home, and get real savings from real brands. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
Hello. Are you okay?
No, I'm not feeling too well.
This is Procode for Code by Kojak. You can get it from any drugstore.
I'm looking for Procode. No, this is not Procode.
Okay. Then guide is on.
No, I'm looking for Procode. P-R-O-C-O-L-D by Kojak. K-O-J-A-C-H. Aha. Thank you.
If you ask for Procode by Kojak at your favorite drugstore, do not accept any other brand.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
So that mom can be able to open the door.
This is it.
Listen to the door.
Here's my little brother doing something special. He's setting the camera up with another bright idea. Let's just open the door. Yay! Mom, I got it.
Now you can be part of the extraordinary world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services available in Ghana, your dreams are achievable. Get more for less with Vodafone data. Vodafone. Together we can.
Well, he played a sterling role in the Akan drama series, which got many Ghanaians glued to their television sets. At the time, his English and Fanti made him one of the most sought-after actors then. Today, on Throwback Thursday, we recall memories of popular actor Koshe.
Born Kofi Lane, ace Ghanaian actor Koshe was one of the most sought-after actors back in the 80s and 90s. With career which spanned over 2 decades, Koshe featured in many local drama series. He is particularly remembered for his English and witty Fanti delivery in Akan drama and District Colonial Court.
His candle is at Western, near Secondary.
Oh, Takwari.
And I'm in Western.
And you couldn't say that in English?
Oh, sometimes Fanti speaking reversible to English is very difficult.
Okay, so they met in Takwari, married, and how did they end up here?
If you can make it tomorrow, I think they can come and tell us everything. So that
the veteran Ghanaian actor passed away on September 16, 2021, at 76 after a short illness. The 1-week observation is scheduled for Friday, October 15 at his Dansoman Ebenezer Down residence in Accra.
What did you just say to them?
Oh, they said they asked me why.
We now bring you some international news.
The military has announced the death of Abu Musab al-Banawi, the head of the West African branch of the Islamic State group. He is dead and remains dead, according to the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo. General Irabo did not give any details of the circumstances of Banawi's death, which was first reported in September. The Islamic State West Africa province has not commented on the claims. It says it has been the strongest jihadist group in Nigeria since the death of Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau earlier this year. Since then, thousands of Boko Haram fighters have surrendered to both the military and reportedly to the Islamic State West Africa province.
There's more news on 3news.com, and thank you so much on behalf of the rest of the team for your company this evening. And as always, join me and the rest of the team tomorrow morning from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 3FM 92.7. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Good evening.